Lots cooking, of course, as the Knicks and Nets start their playoff runs this weekend. Tonight we have the two final playing games that really mean nothing to us because the Knicks and the Nets start their playoff weekend. Knicks in Cleveland, of course. Nets in Philadelphia. Nets play at 1 o'clock. Knicks are 6 o'clock. You got baseball back at it again tonight. Twins at Yankees, and the Mets are on the West Coast against the A's. And let's just say it right out of the gate. The New York Yankees could do something, and in my opinion, Evan, should do something that has never been done before in the history of baseball. First off, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm excellent, thank you.
Are you excellent, though?
I'm in a good mood, yeah.
Yeah? Getting ready to go to Philadelphia and cause some trouble?
Excited to go to Philly. I'm excited for this incredible postseason journey we're all about to go on together.
That's right.
I'm excited.
All right, great. Now let me get to baseball for a second.
Yes.
If I may, all right? And I spent a lot of time thinking about this. It has never been done. It should be done. It should be done. And I would give the Yankees credit for being the trailblazer in this regard. Okay?
Give up 9 runs in the first inning 2 days in a row?
No, not that, Evan. I'm sure that's been done. Sure the 63 Mets did it. That being said,
What?
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
See, I'm a thinker. I'm an idea man. I suck at putting those ideas into practice. Like, if I could be paid just to be an idea guy, like a think tank guy, I'd be Mozart.
What's funny is
I'd be Elon Musk.
before you present us with this idea, my head is flooded with possible Craig ideas. So, like, the first one that popped into my head was, Evan, IKF pitched a scoreless inning last night. What if we use a position player every game?
Possibly a conversation for later in the show. Sure. Why not? Getting guys out at 60 miles per hour. I think it'd be fantastic.
All right, what's your idea?
All right. And I thought about it a lot, and you can't even poke a hole in it.
Go ahead.
All right. The New York Yankees should offer every fan that attended last night's game a free ticket to another game.
Craig, you're not going to believe this. I was thinking the same thing last night because what was popping into my mind was not the jackasses like me who show up a half hour before the game getting the scorecard ready. Yankee Stadium security is kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Now, they're all doing their job. I'm not complaining.
Right.
But a lot of people will get to their seat, I don't know, let's say, Craig, 15 minutes after first pitch.
Oops.
If you did that last night and you dropped, I don't even think, it doesn't have to be a lot of money. It could be $20 a ticket. If you showed up 15 minutes last night late and you sat down in your seat.
You sat down to a game that was already over.
The game was over.
Correct. That's right.
I think that's a great idea.
And I want to be clear. Every team suffers a game like the Yankees did last night. Like, you throw it out in the garbage. You don't even worry about it. You don't spend 2 minutes thinking about it. Starting pitcher sucked. Give Minnesota credit. They were on him. They hit back-to-back-to-back home runs. And it was a wrap, like you say, 15 minutes in. The best part of last night is that it only took 2.5 hours.
It flew.
Right after the first inning, that game was on lightning speed. But I think this was a great opportunity for the New York Yankees again to set themselves apart from everybody else because nobody else would do it.
I agree with you, bro.
You make a simple announcement. Hey, we know we stunk last night. Give us another chance to get it right. If you could produce a
ticket stub.
Or
they don't have stubs anymore, but you know what I mean? Like a receipt from the game.
You just show us the receipt that you went. We will give you a ticket to a future game.
Only if you went. If you wasted the ticket, you're out of luck. If you went to last night's game, and I totally agree with you for a myriad of reasons, this actually is your most brilliant idea.
Thank you.
There's no other sport, really, where this happens. Like, there's no other sport where a game could be over in 11 minutes. Because that game was over in the top of the first inning. Like in the NBA, and I've seen the Nets drop down 20-2 to start a game. Bro, it's the NBA. It's a game of runs. Like, you can at least talk yourself into how you're going to get back into the game. It's the only sport where 10 minutes into a game, you could look at the person you're with and say, what are we doing here? This game is over. So I agree. I think they should offer a full discount.
Yeah, I'm going to reach out to the Yankees, and I'm going to suggest this to them.
I agree.
And if I pull this off, this would be my greatest accomplishment here on the air at the Fan, other than the softball game to support the NYPD years ago.
I agree because I know for a fact the Yankees announced 40,000 people last night,
which was
is a
great.
monstrous crowd. There has to be a ton of people that ran into the situation I just laid out, which is they may not have even seen the top of the first inning.
I'm sure a lot of people didn't.
They sat down because they wanted their Aaron Judge burger, or they're in security lines, or they're getting a beer, and they don't think the game's going to be over in the top of the first inning. And they sit down and they look up at the scoreboard and they say, "What? Excuse me? Like, is this a mistake? How did this happen?" So I think that would be a great service to the hardworking women and men who root for the New York Yankees.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine if the Yankees did that? Hey, look, we understand. Traffic works, subway, Macomb Dams Bridge sucks, parking sucks. You walked in here thinking, all right, you'll get there for the Yankees' first at bat, which a lot of people try to do.
Great, it was over. Man, I know how, but what if they score 4 or 5 runs in the bottom of the first? I knew watching this game. Big Mac knew the same thing. We talked about it. He's a Yankee fan. I'm a whatever. The game was over. There was no like, the Yankees may come back. They're going to make it interesting. That game was over in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, so again, I just texted the Yankees. I'll see if I get a response at some point during the show.
Good try.
But that would be great. Like that game, I will say this. If there's a team that was going to blow you out the way you got blown out last night, where it doesn't, like it sucks. Obviously, it sucks. It ruins your night if your night was planned around watching, a couple hours of Yankee baseball. Obviously, they win their first 4 series. You're playing against a team you own and dominate historically.
Right.
Figure get off to a good start, another series win. If there was a team in all of baseball where the Yankee fan will not be bothered by that kind of game, I kind of think it's Minnesota.
Well, yeah, because you also figure you're just going to slap them tonight and bounce back and win the series anyway.
Right.
The Yankee fan was intriguing to me last night because the game went so quick. I actually watched the whole game.
Yeah.
Because even though it was a blowout and I knew it was over, it's like, why not? I'll keep watching. So Johnny Brito gets bombed. He doesn't get booed. Great job by Yankee fans. They showed a lot of class. They wouldn't boo him. They didn't boo, what's his name? Colton Brewer, who comes in and gives up back-to-back home runs. No booing. They showed all class. I'm sorry.
Well, they also weren't drunk yet.
They weren't drunk yet.
Yeah.
In the 9th inning, where the game is clearly over, Aaron Hicks had been inserted for Aaron Judge.
I know you're talking about.
And it ended Aaron Judge's on-base streak, which is another story. And Aaron Hicks makes out. And the crowd just starts destroying him as if he had anything to do with that baseball game last night.
Well, I think it's been made very clear that Aaron Hicks is the most hated current Yankee. And whatever we hated about him last year is now amplified because we don't have Joey Gallo to beat up.
You know what the Yankees should have done? They made a big mistake. See, they used Isaiah Kiner-Falefa last night, who proved me right.
Pitch, right.
And I want to thank IKF because he's proven my point that if you go out and throw 55 miles an hour, you can get major league hitters out like he did for 1 inning. That's all I've said to Craig for months and months. So thank you, IKF. But IKF became, kind of liked for one night by Yankee fans. Look, he comes in, he's throwing batting practice. He makes jokes afterwards saying, hey, check me for sticky stuff.
Right.
Aaron Boone should have brought in Aaron Hicks to pitch. That was the mistake.
Oh, that would have. No,
that was the
can't.
mistake.
But you can't.
Why not?
Because he knows that Aaron Hicks gets booed in the win. Like, you can't put Aaron Hicks in that spot. As much as I would have loved it, and Yankee fans would have gone to town on him. You can't. You don't
think it would have made Aaron Hicks a likable guy?
No, I do not. I do not.
God forbid he gives up runs.
Oh my Lord!
They would boo him off the mound.
That might have been the first time in Yankee history where the Yankee fan would be rooting against their own pitcher. Right? Like, hey, it's already 11-2. Why the hell not? Right? Let's hope he gives up 10 more. That would have been just absolutely terrible. Ugh. Meanwhile, basketball, you can all now pretend you're basketball fans again as the Knicks have the Cavs. And if you think the Cavs are only one guy in Donovan Mitchell, you haven't watched basketball this year. Cavs are a very, very good basketball team. The New York Knicks can hang with them. Here's the rub on the Knicks. Unless I missed it, I think Julius Randle plays tonight. To his credit, as much as I don't like him.
Tomorrow. You ain't playing tonight.
I apologize. Tomorrow. I'm not a fan of Julius Randle's. I respect he had a great year. I would trade him in a minute, as I've said repeatedly. To his credit, he doesn't take games off. I think he played 77 games this year. Only missed the last 5.
Guy goes out and plays.
Because he has the bad ankle, which is obviously a legitimate injury. I've never had an issue with the work ethic or to want to. That guy plays basketball.
Right.
Like every star should. If he doesn't play, there's an interesting decision to make for the Knicks. The Cavs go small really well. That's what they do. Do you go small with Josh Hart? do you trust Obi to get 30 minutes in replacing
Well, they're not going slow. They
Julius
got
Randle?
2 7-footers that are going to be out there most of the game in Jared Allen and Evan Mobley.
Okay.
Like, they're going to play huge. And Evan Mobley is an elite defensive player, but I think Julius Randle can bang with him if Julius is healthy. But that's the whole problem here. Like, I've killed Julius Randle a lot, but that's not the point. He had an amazing year this
He
year.
had a fantastic season.
If they're going to win this series,
Yeah.
he has to be that guy.
I agree.
If he's not that guy, if he's not playing, you lose a dynamic offensive player. That's what he was this season. If he does play, but he's 40% of what he is,
the problem.
but he physically thinks he's healthy, Julius Randle, that's the worst case scenario, because if he tries to do what he's done all year,
He's going to go 3 for 18.
but he's compromised, not only is he going to go 3 for 18, Julius Randle has shown us he's an emotional player. If he can't do what he thinks he can do physically and his body can't do it, he's going to start to get frustrated, show that emotion, and I think it could be even worse. So the real question, and I can't answer it, I can't even predict it because we're talking about health, is the man healthy?
Yeah, well, we know he's not 100%, right?
Well, that's a problem.
But he's out of the boot, been out of the boot. I guess he went through some kind of practice yesterday.
He went
and
through,
I imagine today.
He's running at full speed, but he hasn't been cleared for contact. Julius Randle's strength is his contact.
I agree.
Like, Evan Mobley is elite defensively, but he's not the biggest, strongest guy in the world.
Right.
Can Julius Randle take him down low and bang with him a little bit?
Probably.
Yeah. Now, Evan Mobley can guard his ass on the perimeter. That's what he's amazing at. But Julius could kind of bang him down low. But the problem is, if that ankle is 70%, that's not the same Julius Randle had a great year this
It's
year.
going to be interesting. I mean, Obi Toppin's going to get meaningful minutes in this series.
I want to make this clear. I have been as hard on Julius Randle as anybody, but here's where I'm going to show him the respect. They need him to be Julius Randle to win this series.
I think they call that you're going to put flowers on his name.
Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
I'm going to put some flowers on his name.
And that's because just the background on that.
Yeah.
Don't wait till the guy's dead. That's what it means. Like, when everyone dies, we all say nice things about him, and we put flowers on the grave.
Right.
So when you put flowers on a guy's name, you're doing it while he's alive.
Oh, yeah, he's alive.
Yeah, he's alive.
And I don't know if he's going to play, but that's not even the question is he healthy? And does he think he's healthy? Because that's the other aspect. Like, if Julius goes in there and says to Coach Thibs, look, I can bang, I can play 20, 25 minutes, I'm not the same guy, then he would hopefully play that way and not try to be the guy that he was during the regular season. But I'll give you this. I think the Knicks are a deeper team than Cleveland. I think 1 through 5, 1 through 6, Cleveland's better. They have an excellent backcourt. Their front court is tremendous with the size and the way they defend. But I think when you start to look at the bench, that's where I think the Knicks have the huge edge.
Looking forward to it tomorrow. We got more coming up on hoops, a lot of baseball as well. And before we take a break, if I may, just want to congratulate my main man, Keith McPherson, who does nights here on WFAN. He and his beautiful wife gave birth to their first child last night. And Jackson McPherson was born on April 13th. And how about this for a big kid? 9 pounds. What?
Wow.
9 pounds.
9 pounds.
4 ounces, 22 inches long. Oh, my God.
The world has added another Yankees and Nets fan.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And Jackson McPherson and Mama McPherson are apparently all doing very well and healthy. And just wanted to send my love and support and thoughts out to the McPherson family as they bring their first child into the world. He couldn't be a better guy than Keith. And as someone who's been through that 4 times, and you twice, and Big Mac a couple times, there's no greater gift in this world than bringing a child into it. So congrats to the McPhersons.
Congrats.
And now let's just hope he doesn't take the federally mandated 9 months off.
I think he is.
He's like, I'll see you in September, guys. There's no way he's sitting out baseball season on the fan. I can tell you that right now.